Portfolio Recovery Associates, a nationwide third-party debt buyer and debt collector, has been put on record for violating the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. And in today's video, we are going to roll through some of the issues that the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau actually sued and sanctioned Portfolio Recovery Associates in 2015, and they have been warned again lately. And so I'm going to run through some of these. If you're being sued by Portfolio Recovery Associates or any other third-party debt collector, some of these violations could help you win your lawsuit. My name is Stephen A. Williams. I'm the president and founder of the creditrepairshop.com. Let's get started right now. So the first one here, and this is straight from the CFPB website. The first one here, it said that Portfolio Recovery Associates, it said that it was making representations about unsubstantiated debt. Portfolio Recovery Associates, and I'll get my little cursor here. Portfolio Recovery Associates made at least 10,000 of made tens of thousands of representations about unsubstantiated disputed debt, failing to review the required documentation to support the claim. Remember, I've always talked about the claim. They also threatened consumers with potential legal action and initiated debt collection lawsuits without offering or possessing required documentation. Portfolio Recovery Associates lawyers sent millions of form letters to consumers notifying them of potential legal action without offering to provide all required documentation. Portfolio Recovery Associates also initiated thousands of legal actions against consumers when it lacked proper documentation about the debt. One of the things, this is that gray area. So they're saying that Portfolio Recovery Associates sent millions of form letters to consumers notifying them of potential legal action. Potential legal action. Again, just so you know, according to the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, it is a violation to threaten a lawsuit, but they probably stated in there, and they get away with this word right here, potential legal action. So you know, if a debt collector says that they are going to sue you, they have to follow through with the lawsuit, or that is a violation of the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. That's considered a threat. And they can't threaten to do things that they don't do. And they can't threaten to do anything that's illegal. They can't threaten to do anything that is improper. But they also cannot threaten to take you to court if they're not going to take you to court. But in this, it's a potential legal action. That's how they got away with it in that's that gray area. Portfolio Recovery Associates also misrepresented that it would provide certain documents within 30 days. The form letter notifying consumers of potential legal action stated that upon request of a written request from the consumer, Portfolio Recovery Associates would provide within 30 days of request of proof of documentation mentioned in the letter. On numerous occasions, Portfolio Recovery Associates failed to timely provide these documents after receiving a consumer's written request for them. This impeded consumers' ability to determine whether a debt was truly owed and how they should respond to the allegations of outstanding debt. You see this right here, this word, allegations. I talk about this a lot on when debt collectors are suing people, and you look at that court summons. These are allegations. These are not facts. They're allegations, and they're stating that allegations of outstanding debt. When you're getting sued by a third-party debt collector, even by the original creditor, until it has been judged on, it will be considered allegations. Portfolio Recovery Associates collected on time-barred debt without making required disclosures. On numerous occasions, Portfolio Recovery Associates did not provide the required disclosures to consumers when collecting on debts beyond the statute of limitations. Statute of limitations, aka time barred debt. When the company purchased debt, it estimated the statute of limitations that govern the debt. And in some cases, that date was later than the actual statute of limitations. So they got in trouble for buying debt, and they knew that that debt was past the legal statute of limitations. And when they call people and when they mail letters to people, they are supposed to notify people that the debt is time barred or past statute of limitations, and it would be up to that individual to pay the debt. Now, we know that if you tell a person it is time barred or past the legal statute of limitations for you to pay the debt, nobody's going to pay it. So what they do is they figure out ways to get around it. The number one way that I've seen them do it is by just putting the word time barred debt, because most people don't understand what it means, time barred. So I'll repeat it again. Time barred debt means debt that is past the legal statute of limitations to collect. Time barred debt means debt that is past the legal statute of limitations to collect. Debt that is past the legal statute of limitations to collect in time barred debt, you do not have to do a debt validation. You do not have to request documentation. You do not have to request a verification of debt. All you have to do is notify them that the debt is past the time barred period or the statute of limitations according to the laws in your state, and they have to cease all collection activities. Portfolio Recovery Associates, they were suing to collect on time barred debt. Portfolio Recovery Associates initiated at least dozens of lawsuits for debt that was too old to legally enforce. In doing so, Portfolio Recovery Associates falsely represented that those consumers had legal enforceable obligations to pay those debts when in fact they did not, because the debt was outside the statute of limitations. Again, a time barred debt, statute of limitations debt, that's the same thing. And what that means for debt collectors is that they have no legal way of enforcing you to pay that debt. That's exactly what it means. It's past the legal statute of limitations for them to even be able to collect on it, but you can morally choose to pay that debt. So, CFPB also alleges that Portfolio Recovery Associates committed numerous violations of the Fair Credit Reporting Act and its implementing Regulation V, which includes failing to inform consumers about investigation outcomes on numerous occasions. When Portfolio Recovery Associates determined that the consumer's dispute was frivolous or irrelevant, it failed to timely inform the consumer about the information about what information would be necessary for Portfolio Recovery Associates to investigate the dispute. So in other words, if they got the dispute and they just was going to just say, hey, it's frivolous, you've sent this in before, they did not inform the consumer on what information would be necessary for them to initiate another investigation. We go through this a lot at the credit repair shop, and that's why it takes a lot of work to really get these debt collectors to pay attention, because the laws have actually been wrote to where it gives them a door to go through to kind of disregard certain disputes. They also Portfolio Recovery Associates failing to timely resolve disputes on at least tens of thousands of occasions. Portfolio Recovery Associates failed to resolve disputes within the required time. That's right there is another one of those the door is open due to loopholes, especially from what we have went through with COVID, how they can blame that they didn't have the right amount of manpower. Portfolio Recovery Associates conducted unreasonable investigations on numerous occasions when a consumer alleged fraud or ID theft. Portfolio Recovery Associates did not conduct a sufficient investigation that considered all necessary information. So you have it here. If you're dealing with a lawsuit from Portfolio Recovery Associates or any third-party debt collector, these are some of the things that you need to watch out for in your case or with any document that they have sent you in a request for payment. If you need help with your credit, please visit us at thecreditrepairshop.com. Watch the video, What Makes Us Different, so you can see my 8-point validation process, my 2-phase settlement process. If you need your credit reports and scores, go to the website your3scores.com to grab your TransUnion, Equifax, Experian credit reports and all 3 scores. If you have debt collectors coming after you, grab my 3-pack of letters. It's absolutely free, but you can make a donation. I would really appreciate that. It helps me monetize my time for making these videos for you to help you. Those 3 letters could literally save you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. And if you would have had that letter for time barred debt, it would have stopped Portfolio Recovery Associates because they will not disregard the letter that I give you. The link is below this video. If you have debt collectors suing you in court, we can help you with that, or I can train you on how to help yourself. The link is below this video. Thank you for your time. Please subscribe to the channel, the Credit Repair Shop channel. Please post your questions and comments. Please share this video and please like this video and also hit the notification bell to be notified of my next video. Thank you for your time. This is Stephen A. Williams, President and founder of thecreditrepairshop.com.